Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to stand before you today to discuss a topic that is very close to my heart and vital for anyone looking to lead a life of success and fulfillment. We're going to dive into a subject that affects us all, one way or another, breaking the shackles of negative thinking. Now, why is this important? Well, let me tell you, your mind is a powerful tool. It can be your greatest ally or your most formidable foe. The thoughts that percolate in your mind can either lift you to the heights of success or drag you into the depths of despair. Negative thinking, my friends, is a barrier to all we wish to achieve. It's like driving through life with a handbrake on. It slows you down, makes the journey more difficult, and ultimately, it can stop you from reaching your destination. But what exactly is negative thinking? It's more than just a fleeting feeling of disappointment or a momentary doubt. It's a persistent pattern of pessimism, a habit of expecting the worst, and a tendency to focus on problems rather than solutions. It's looking at the world through a lens that dims the brightness of opportunities and magnifies the shadows of obstacles. The impact of indulging in such thinking patterns is profound. It affects how we feel, the decisions we make, and the actions we take. It influences our relationships, our work, and ultimately our happiness. But here's the good news. Just as we've learned to think negatively, we can also learn to think positively. The power to change our thought patterns lies within us, and today we're going to explore how to unleash that power. Not just to identify and understand the roots of negative thinking, but to learn practical, actionable strategies to break free from it. My goal is for you to walk away not just inspired, but equipped with the tools you need to transform your thinking and, by extension, transform your life. As we've just begun to scratch the surface of understanding the profound impact our thoughts have on our lives, it's crucial to dive deeper into the realm of negative thinking, its genesis, its pervasive influence, and most importantly, how it shapes our personal and professional existence. Take a moment to reflect on this. Have you ever found yourself caught in the grip of pessimism, where every possibility seems to be cloaked in doom, every opportunity riddled with obstacles? This, my friends, is the essence of negative thinking, a labyrinth of dark alleys that lead nowhere but down. Negative thinking isn't just an occasional visitor in the quiet moments of doubt. It's an unwelcome tenant in the mind, casting long shadows over our brightest aspirations. It manifests in various guises: fear of failure, the specter of rejection, the dread of uncertainty. These are not mere transient thoughts. They are deeply ingrained patterns that skew our perception, convincing us that the worst will happen even when evidence points to the contrary. You might wonder, how does one fall into this trap of negative thinking? It often begins innocuously, a small seed of doubt planted by a passing comment, a minor setback, or perhaps an ingrained belief from our formative years. These seeds, if watered by continuous worry, sprout into formidable trees of negativity, their roots entwined around our self-esteem, their branches casting shadows over our potential. Common triggers are everywhere: past failures, societal pressures, even the daily news feed, all fertilizing these seeds of doubt. The impact of harboring such thoughts is profound and far-reaching. In our personal lives, negative thinking strains relationships, erects barriers to happiness, and erodes our self-worth. It's like walking through life with a filter that dims the vibrancy of joy and amplifies the darkness of every challenge. Professionally, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure. Opportunities are bypassed for fear of failure. Innovation is stifled by the dread of criticism. The potential for growth and success is shackled by chains of pessimism. But here's the turning point: the beacon in the fog, the realization that while negative thinking is a formidable foe, it is not an invincible one. The first step to breaking free from the cycle is awareness, recognizing these patterns for what they are: distortions of reality, not predictors of our fate. This awareness is the dawn of change, The moment we decide not to be passive spectators in our minds, but active participants, choosing which thoughts to nurture and which to challenge. As we stand on the threshold of transformation, let's remind ourselves that the journey from negative to positive thinking isn't a leap across a chasm, but a step onto a bridge built on self-awareness, resilience, and the unwavering belief in our capacity to change. The path may be steeped in challenge, but it is also ripe with possibility. Remember, it's not just about reaching the destination. It's about shedding the weight of negativity that we've carried for far too long, freeing ourselves to embrace the vast expanse of our potential. So as we navigate the complexities of our thoughts, forge ahead with a clear vision and a steadfast heart, knowing that each step forward is a step away from the shadows of negative thinking and into the light of positive possibilities. The journey begins with a single step, a step of courage, a step of faith, a step towards a life not defined by the fears of yesterday, but illuminated by the hopes of tomorrow. As we transition from the shadowy realm of negative thinking into the luminous world of positive thought, it becomes imperative to understand the stark contrast between the two and the transformative power that positive thinking holds. Imagine standing at a crossroads, one path shrouded in fog, where every step is heavy with doubt and fear. The other path is bathed in sunlight, where each step is light and filled with hope. This imagery encapsulates the essence of moving from negative to positive thinking. Positive thinking isn't merely a switch to flick, but a perspective to cultivate, a lens through which the world becomes a realm of possibilities, rather than a minefield of obstacles. Where negative thinking narrows our vision, positive thinking expands it, allowing us to see beyond current challenges to the opportunities that lie ahead. It's about acknowledging the presence of obstacles, but recognizing them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. The stories of individuals who have harnessed the power of positive thinking to transform their lives are both inspiring and instructive. Take the case of a young entrepreneur whose startup faced near collapse, where negative thinking might have led him to give up. Positive thinking propelled him to view the crisis as a learning opportunity. He reevaluated his business model, made the necessary adjustments, and in doing so, not only saved his business, but also paved the way for its future success. This shift in mindset from seeing failure as a terminal verdict to viewing it as a pivot point is at the heart of positive thinking. Another compelling example is that of a woman diagnosed with a chronic illness. Instead of succumbing to despair, she chose to focus on wellness, channeling her energies into activities that enriched her spirit and strengthened her body. Her journey was not without its trials, but her positive outlook became a beacon of hope, not just for herself, but for others facing similar challenges. These stories underscore a fundamental truth. The quality of our lives is shaped not by our circumstances, but by our responses to them. The benefits of positive thinking are not just anecdotal. They are supported by a growing body of scientific evidence. Research has shown that a positive mindset can enhance our health, increase our longevity, and improve our overall well-being. Studies indicate that individuals with a positive outlook tend to have lower levels of stress, better immune function, and a reduced risk of heart disease. Furthermore, positive thinking has been linked to better decision-making, higher creativity, and increased problem-solving capabilities. It's as if positive thinking unlocks parts of our brain that remain dormant under the cloud of negativity. The contrast between negative and positive thinking can be likened to the difference between a garden overrun by weeds and one where flowers bloom in abundance. Negative thinking chokes our potential, whereas positive thinking nurtures and allows it to flourish. The transformation from a weed-filled garden to a flourishing one requires effort, attention, and persistence. Similarly, cultivating a positive mindset requires us to weed out negative thoughts and plant seeds of optimism, gratitude, and resilience in their place. As we stand at this juncture, poised to embrace the power of positive thinking, Remember that the journey ahead is one of gradual change and steady progress. It's about making a conscious choice, day after day, to focus on the positive, to seek out the silver lining, and to believe in the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. This choice is the key that unlocks the door to a life where challenges are met with courage, where setbacks are seen as opportunities for growth, and where every moment is infused with the potential for joy and fulfillment. The lessons from those who have walked this path before us, drawing strength from their stories and inspiration from their successes. Arm ourselves with the knowledge that, while the road may be long, each step taken in positivity brings us closer to our goals, closer to realizing our full potential, and closer to the life we aspire to lead. The luminous path of positive thinking, it is crucial to understand that the foundation of lasting change lies in our ability to recognize, challenge, and transform our negative thought patterns. This transformation is not merely an act of willpower. It is a strategic endeavor that begins with a deep dive into self-awareness. Imagine for a moment that your mind is a garden. Just as a gardener must identify the weeds choking the life out of their flowers, you too must identify the negative thoughts that cloud your mind. These are not just any thoughts. They are the persistent whispers of doubt, fear, and self-criticism that have perhaps taken root over years. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward reclaiming the terrain of your mind. Unified, the real work begins. Challenging and reframing these negative thoughts. It's akin to standing in front of a mirror and daring to see beyond the flaws to the strength and beauty within. When a thought arises suggesting, "I can't do this," pause and ask yourself, is this really true? More often than not, you'll find that these negative beliefs are not facts, but rather distorted reflections of past experiences and fears. The process of questioning lays the groundwork for one of the most powerful strategies in our arsenal: the replacement of negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Imagine for a moment that each positive statement you make about yourself is a seed being planted in the fertile ground of your mind. With repetition, these seeds grow slowly but surely, transforming the landscape of your thoughts from one dominated by doubt to one flourishing with self-belief and potential. Yet the transformation doesn't end there. The role of goal setting in this journey cannot be overstated. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, we shift our perspective from what is holding us back to what will propel us forward. Setting clear, achievables acts as a beacon, guiding us through the fog of negativity toward a future we not only aspire to, but are actively working towards. It's about moving from a mindset of "I'm stuck" to one of "I'm striving." In the grand scheme of things, these strategies are more than just tools to combat negative thinking. They are the building blocks of a mindset that seeks out light even in the darkest of times. They remind us that while we may not have control over every circumstance we face, we have the power to choose how we respond to them. Our understanding that breaking free from negative thinking is not a destination, but a journey. It is a path that requires patience, persistence, and most importantly, a belief in our own capacity to change. Armed with self-awareness, a willingness to challenge our deepest doubts, and a commitment to focusing on the positive, we step into a world of endless possibilities. Proceed then, not as prisoners of our past thoughts, but as architects of our future, building one positive thought at a time. A life that reflects our highest aspirations. Fostering a mindset brimming with positivity, turn our attention to the soil in which this mindset is nurtured, our environment, the spaces we inhabit, the air we breathe, and most importantly, the company we keep collectively shape the garden of our mind. Imagine for a moment you're a plant. Would you thrive better in a parched desert or a flourishing greenhouse? The answer seems obvious, doesn't it? This analogy paints a vivid picture of the critical importance of surrounding ourselves with positive influence. Consider the people in your life as the water and sunlight to your growth. Just as a plant leans towards the light, we too must lean towards those who bring light into our life. These are the individuals who uplift us, who see the potential within us that we might not yet see in ourselves, and who encourage us to stretch towards our highest selves. But how do we cultivate such a supportive social circle? It begins with intentionality, like attracts like, as they say. To attract positivity, we must first embody it. Engage in activities that elevate your spirit and seek out communities where such positivity flourishes. It may be a book club, a fitness group, or a volunteer organization, spaces where positive energy is the common language spoken. Now consider the profound impact of positive affirmations and visualizations. These are not mere words or daydreams, but powerful tools in shaping our reality. Affirmations are the nutrients we feed our minds, essential in fortifying our belief in our capabilities and worth. Begin each day by affirming your value, your strength, and your potential. Let these affirmations be your first thoughts in the morning and your last at night. They are the protective shield against the arrows of doubt and negativity. Visualizations, on the other hand, are the blueprints of the life we aspire to build. They are the practice of seeing not just with our eyes, but with our hearts and minds. By visualizing our goals as already achieved, we not only fuel our motivation, but also activate our creative subconscious to generate ideas and opportunities to make these visions a reality. It's as if by visualizing, we're pulling the future into the present, making it tangible, achievable. Yet, building this positive environment is not a solitary endeavor. It requires the collective effort of our community. Just as we seek out positive influences, we must also strive to be that positive influence in the lives of others. Share your affirmations, vocalize your belief in the potential of those around you, and celebrate their successes as if they were your own. In doing so, we create a ripple effect, a wave of positivity that can uplift an entire community. As we venture forth, let us be mindful architects of our environments, curating spaces, both physical and emotional, that nourish our souls, foster growth, and illuminate our path. This be a collaborative journey, one where we lift each other towards our collective potential, creating a symphony of positivity that resonates far beyond the confines of our immediate surroundings. Adopting a growth mindset not only complements, but magnifies the effects of a positive environment, setting the stage for a life of continual growth and boundless possibilities, emboldened by the knowledge that in the garden of life, we are both the gardeners and the blossoms, with the power to cultivate an existence marked by positivity, resilience, and unyielding growth. Another transformative concept that further propels us on our journey towards excellence. Adopting a growth mindset. This concept is not just another buzzword in the lexicon of personal development. It is a pivotal shift in perspective that has the power to reshape our lives from the ground up. A growth mindset, in its essence, is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and persistence. It stands in stark contrast to a fixed mindset which holds the belief that our talents and capabilities are static, an unchangeable trait we're born with. Imagine for a moment two artists. One believes their skill is innate and finite, while the other sees it as something that can be honed and expanded. The latter is likely to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as a pathway to mastery. This is the crux of a growth mindset. But why is this shift in perspective so critical? It fundamentally changes how we view challenges and obstacles. Instead of seeing them as insurmountable barriers, we view them as opportunities to learn and grow. A growth mindset liberates us from the fear of failure, allowing us to approach our goals with a sense of curiosity and resilience. The difference between a fixed and a growth mindset is not just academic. It has real, tangible impacts on our behavior, our relationship with success and failure, and ultimately on the trajectory of our lives. So, how do we cultivate this powerful mindset? It begins with recognizing that our brains are incredibly malleable. Neuroscience has shown us that the brain is capable of forming new connections and adapting throughout our lives. a process known as neuroplasticity. This scientific evidence underpins the growth mindset, offering a beacon of hope to anyone who has ever doubted their potential. The journey towards embracing a growth mindset is paved with practical steps. First and foremost, it requires us to be mindful of our language and self-talk. The way we talk to ourselves can either fortify a fixed mindset or nurture a growth one. When faced with a setback, instead of saying, "I can't do this," we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This subtle shift in language reflects a profound change in how we perceive our abilities. Moreover, setting incremental goals that focus on the process rather than the outcome is another crucial step. Celebrating small victories and learning from failures along the way reinforces the belief that growth and improvement are always within our reach. It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs as an opportunity for continuous learning and development. In essence, adopting a growth mindset is not merely about achieving success in the traditional sense. It's about redefining what success means to us personally. It's about seeing ourselves not as finished products, but as works in progress, constantly evolving and expanding our horizons. As we continue to push the boundaries of our capabilities, let us do so with the understanding that our potential is not predetermined, but something we actively shape with every decision we make, every challenge we embrace, and every setback we overcome. This mindset be the compass that guides us, reminding us that in the vast ocean of potential that lies within us, the winds of perseverance, curiosity, and resilience are what sail us to the shores of our most aspirational selves. Step into this journey with open hearts and minds, ready to embrace the endless possibilities that come with believing in our ability to grow beyond our current confines. As we bask in the realization that adopting a growth mindset can significantly transform our lives, let's shift our focus to maintaining momentum. This is about nurturing daily practices that ensure our newfound positivity doesn't just peak, but continues to grow, strengthening our mental and emotional resilience. Imagine this as cultivating a garden of positivity where each day we tend to our thoughts and actions, ensuring they align with our aspirations and goals. At the heart of sustaining this momentum is the practice of gratitude and mindfulness. Consider gratitude not just as an act, but as a state of being where every morning we count our blessings, acknowledging the good in our lives. This act alone can pivot our perspective from what we lack to what we possess, fueling a sense of contentment and positivity. It's about waking up each day and saying, "I am thankful for," followed by anything that brings us joy, be it as profound as family or as simple as a sunny day. This isn't just feel-good advice. It's a strategy grounded in enhancing our emotional and psychological well-being. Mindfulness, on the other hand, invites us to live in the present, fully experiencing the moment without judgment. It's about observing our thoughts and emotions without getting entangled in them. Think of it as being the sky, where our thoughts and feelings are just passing clouds. Mindfulness teaches us to acknowledge these clouds without having to chase or be shadowed by them. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routine through meditation or simply practicing awareness can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, fostering a state of inner peace and positivity. Now, not overlook the power of continuous learning and personal development. This is the fuel that keeps the fire of positivity burning. By dedicating ourselves to lifelong learning, we constantly challenge our minds, introduce new perspectives, and break the monotony that often leads to negativity. Each book we read, each seminar we attend, each new skill we acquire not only enhances our knowledge and proficiency, but also injects a fresh dose of enthusiasm into our lives. It's a reminder that growth is perpetual and there's always something new to learn, something new to aspire to. But how do we integrate these practices into our daily lives to ensure sustained positivity? It begins with making small, incremental changes. Start your day with a gratitude journal. Spend a few minutes in meditation or mindfulness practice. Set aside time each week for learning something new. These actions, though seemingly small, create ripples that can transform the very fabric of our lives. The precipice of a new dawn in our journey. Let us reflect on the path we've traversed together. We've embarked on a transformative voyage, from understanding the quagmire of negative thinking to embracing the radiant power of positivity. We've learned that breaking free from the chains of negativity begins with self-awareness, challenging and reframing our thoughts, and setting goals that propel us towards the life we yearn for. But remember, the essence of our journey lies not just in understanding these strategies, but in embodying them. The power of positive thinking is not merely a concept to be admired from afar, but a beacon to guide our every step. It is a testament to the indomitable human spirit that thrives on hope, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of growth. Now, as we gaze into the horizon, let us do so with the conviction that the future is ours to shape. Let this moment be a clarion call to action, to embrace change with open arms, to commit to nurturing our minds with thoughts that uplift and empower. Pledge to cultivate environments that foster positivity, to surround ourselves with those who champion our highest selves, and to embark on a ceaseless journey of learning and personal development. The path forward is luminous with the promise of what we can become. It beckons us to step into our power, to cast aside the shadows of doubt, and to stride forth with confidence into a future of our own making. Remember, in the garden of life, we are both the gardeners and the blossoms. Let us tend to our garden with love, patience, and the unwavering belief in our potential to flourish. So not be an ending, but a beginning. The dawn of a new chapter in your life, marked by positivity, growth, and boundless possibilities. The journey ahead is yours to chart, a testament to the transformative power of positive thinking and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Step forward with courage, for the best is yet to come.